So I've been thinking about how long people hold on to something that doesn't fit. Okay. We have a belief. Okay. In the beginning, we have a belief, a mission, a goal, whatever it is. We make a conscious decision on that, on how we're going to get there. And then we lock in on it. All right. And that's great. Okay. That's the beginning. Okay, then what happens is things start to change and progress. But the piece is that we believe in our heart of hearts that if we make a change to what we're doing, to what we've decided, that means we were wrong in the beginning. We were wrong right from the start with everything. All right. And as things progress and move forward and grow with your business, that becomes even firmer and harder to change. So what you do is you grind harder, you work harder, and guess what? Sometimes you're going to start to drift, and then decisions are made without intent, and you start to change, and the things start to morph and change, but not in a way that ever was intended to be what you want. Okay, so what we're doing is we get confused. Okay, and we confuse something very simple, and it's that not all change is the same. It's not all equal. Okay, there's drifting, there's change that happens as we drift, and then there's an intentional pivot. Okay, and that's the key, is that it's intentional. It's an intentional decision we've made in a moment where we really sat with what doesn't feel right, and we've made a decision to pivot, to adjust. Now, the key to this is that you're not adjusting the ideal, your worthy ideal, your goal, your mission, whatever you want to call it. You're not adjusting that. You're simply adjusting the path to getting there. So remember in the beginning, I talked about you have a belief, your mission, whatever you want to call that, and then you make a decision, and then you're locked in. Okay, it's that initial decision that you might be tweaking or changing as to how to get to the end result, to that belief, that mission, that worthy ideal, like I like to call it. Okay. And I've been there. All right. I've been there. I've held on too long. I've ignored what I knew, and I've chased answers that weren't mine. Okay. So here's the thing. If you actually sit in a moment, take something that's not sitting right and you sit with it, not react, not search, not outsource your answer, but sit with that feeling. Okay. And then you make a decision. And if that decision is to pivot, to adjust, that's okay. And here's the thing. You're not making that decision because you're lost, but actually you're making that decision because you're paying attention. And that attention becomes intention. So let me ask you this. Are you holding on because it's right, or because you're afraid to change the direction?